Welcome to Dose with Grace. Hope you're doing well and taking very good care of yourself. Today, it's 31st of December. Well, it's a mixed moment where we are concluding a very beautiful year that went by, 2023, and we are at the threshold of welcoming a very new, exciting 2024. I hope you all are enjoying this last leg of 2023, and this is my gift to this platform, a gift to myself, because Dose with Grace is discovering our soul energy. I'm deeply connected at a soul level with this uh, platform, and therefore it's been a few days that I was thinking of sharing something, and I hope I'm able to share something that we all can enjoy listening to and resonate with, as today is the last day of 2023. So let's begin this video with the blessings, the power, and the energy of divine by chanting these two powerful, blissful, and nourishing mantras. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you for joining back. So how has been 2023 for you? I'm sure, just like mine, yours was as magical, as blessed, as blissful, as gifting, as rewarding, and as fulfilling as mine. A year is full of seasons. A year is full of many months, and a year is full of many experiences too. This year, first of all, I would like to be extremely grateful to God for what this year has blessed me and my family with. I am extremely grateful to God for such a wonderful 2023, even beyond my imagination. It began on a wonderful note, and it is concluding on an even more beautiful, blissful, rejuvenating, and fulfilling note. I would really love to hear from you how this year has been for you. I know today is 31st, you might be having a lot of parties, you might have a lot of commitments, or you might be preparing for a lot of religious ceremonies, but take few more moments from your day to reflect upon this year that has gone by. And trust me, it will be as fulfilling that time that you give to yourself to reflect upon as it is for you to attend a wonderful party if you're a party person, a wonderful spiritual experience if you are a very spiritual person, or a fun ride if you are a very adventurous person. It's important because it gives us a perspective of the length and the breadth that we have traveled through this year in our own growth, in our mind, in our body, in our heart, and in our soul. It is growth at all four levels. The experiences that we have encountered, the new people that came into our lives, the people that left us, the people that ignited something in us, the things that we brought to closure, the journeys that we took, the perspectives that we gained. All of that is very unique to each one of us. So it is my great, earnest, I wouldn't say suggestion, but I would say a request to all of you to take some time off, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, and just go into this trip of 2023 with yourself. How was it for you? And trust me, this self reflection is your greatest gift that you can give to yourself today before you enter the next chapter of your book, which is 2024. Okay, so I would love to share. As I said, wanted to make this video from last few days because I wanted to conclude this journey with one more sharing. First of all, I am extremely grateful even to revive this platform, YouTube. There are a lot of new things that happened for me in 2023. That's why I said this was one of the most magical year by far in my life for me. A lot of new things, a lot of bold things, very big leaps, great surprises, wonderful travels. But most importantly, the way I'm able to convey to you with such poise and such grace, I think the whole energy of this year to me was extremely, extremely light, spiritual. I would say, in literal sense, it was more of a spirit than the physicality of everything that happened around me, which was amazing. But it was the sense of very blissful spirit throughout the year, that I could take so many gifts from God with such humility, with so much sense of gratitude, with so much love and compassion. And trust me, this year was extremely rewarding in every single sense. And maybe if this kind of a year would have been in my life before, I may have not have been gracious enough to even take that much grace. So creating that space within myself to bring in that grace and to be able to enjoy and assimilate that grace is also grace of God that I grew into until this year. So first and foremost, this channel, Dose with Grace, from a page on Facebook to a platform that was where I did a lot of soul conversations, to finally now on YouTube, where I was guided to start something in the month of Purushottam Mass, which is a very, very auspicious and a very holy month with extremely high spiritual energy. And I was guided actually on the day of Mahashivratri, on the night of Mahashivratri, by someone who is an extremely well-educated person and extremely renowned astrologer. And that guidance just stuck me here, and I started this channel. And I would say that it has been a wonderful ride, because I myself could not have imagined or by any means could have taken this kind of a confidence, would have had this kind of a confidence in myself to be able to do and share on variety of topics that I did. And I think I can only thank the grace of Almighty, the divine, the energy that is within all of us and within me and was within that person who guided me. And all the videos that followed from the day of introduction of Dose with Grace to the first video of Purushottam Mass to today, these videos have been guided during my morning chanting meditations. So that was the first, that moving from platform like Facebook to YouTube, moving Dose with Grace from a platform to a medium that can be easily accessed and relished by anyone and everyone. Today everyone has a smartphone, everyone goes on YouTube, so it's very easy for everyone to access. And that was the direction, that was the guidance, to be absolutely, completely selfless in my work and to expand my compassion. I didn't make an effort consciously to expand my compassion because it is not possible to do that. You can only work towards making a better understanding of yourself as a person, and I think from there, compassion or karuna on its own expands. The first, the second, leaving the platform of Facebook, basically leaving social media to a great extent. And I thought it might be very difficult because difficult to leave habits. But this year taught me it is probably difficult in the beginning, then it becomes doable, and then it becomes easy. And I'm grateful because I had so much then time by myself to do the things that probably mattered more than creating that space for myself in that platform. The third is the travels. My travels this year have been extremely magical. 3 main travels. One to one of the greatest dhams in Hinduism, to Rameshwaram, a travel that was initiated probably because just before that dham, I was teaching Ramayana. I was learning to teach Ramayana as a teacher with the Hindu Center, and I'm very grateful to the learnings that I received from there. I learned to make presentations. We were asked to prepare presentation on Vedas, not easy topics, but definitely the topics that I am very, very keen, interested, and curious to learn about. However, to be able to, being given this task, I was able to delve not only into the learnings of our scriptures, but also working as a team to present it. They say to learn something, the best way to learn something is to teach. So we were asked to prepare presentations as teachers to teach children, but for that we had to do a lot of back work, a lot of coordination, a lot of IT work, as in preparing, which I'm like an IT dinosaur. For me, it was a great learning, and it was so fulfilling. Then finally, learning Ramayana, chapter by chapter, and getting to the finer, understanding the finer, subtle messages through the story of Ramayana that teaches us. And then, boom! As soon as that learning, that training was over, I get to hear from my parents they're traveling to Rameshwaram. And I just express a very heartfelt wish to my husband that it looks like, I learned this Ramayana to fully appreciate Ram, the character, the avatar, the energy, the essence, the beauty of the divinity of Ram. And my husband booked my tickets almost instantly and magically, because some of the tickets were train tickets, and just within few days I was traveling to Rameshwaram with my parents, and the divine darshans, the Rudra Abhishek that we performed, the whole bath in the holy 22 Tirths over there, understanding, walking in the same soil that Sri Ram has walked in, the feeling the energy and the essence of the place probably is a trip that came out of nowhere into my life and blessed me so immensely that I think it ranks as the number one in my list of all the travels I've ever taken in my life so far. And I have taken a lot, and this probably is the most fulfilling in from all four aspects: the body, mind, heart, and soul. It just felt in the early Brahma Muhurat when we were at the at that ocean praying before we get into the temple. That's the custom. It just felt that we are one with the divinity. It is such a holy moment. It is such a holy feeling that cannot be expressed in words. And I'm eternally grateful to God, to the parents who have brought me into this world next to God, to my husband who made this happen, and to my children who were so cooperative and made sure that this trip, my energy is completely unified and aligned with the purpose of the trip, and that was Sri Ram and Shivji Maharaj. After that, there was a trip to Europe, and we visited very, very beautiful places. Especially on the day of my birthday, it is very hard to define the kind of trip my husband planned. It's like Alice in Wonderland. And I have no words to express my gratitude to him for the depth of beauty he captured in just one day, of nature, of divine, of the essence of Edam. It's close to Amsterdam. The beauty of all the things that I love: nature, flowers, countryside, luxury, memories, gifts. I think that's probably something that's these kind of birthdays only queens and princesses can dream of. And I just cannot express in words that this, when it was happening to me, I was just not for a moment, I was able to only admire it. I had gratitude in my heart for 24/7 on that day. From the blessings of my parents, from this trip, from this love that I received from my children, handmade gifts by my children, very, very beautiful things by my husband, very, very beautiful blessings by my parents and my siblings. I feel if that was the last day of my life, I've already felt I'm in heaven. It was that magical and that wonderful. And the rest of the trip was equally fulfilling for all of us. We were in the lap of the most beautiful part of the world in the world. Almost like I'm saying heaven on earth. And we were fulfilling a purpose, which I will slowly reveal to you probably next year, towards the end of the next year. That will fructify. And together as family, we bonded, we came closer. We learned to appreciate every single moment with each other. We learned to appreciate the beauty around us. We learned to appreciate the people around the world. We learned to appreciate the cultures that are surrounding us, and that how beautiful is each and every human being in this world. That made me appreciate so much about so many different facets of so many different lives, of so many different cultures, of so many geographies of people, because it was a very extended trip. to different parts of Europe. Um, the third trip, which we just concluded, was a very rejuvenating, very personal, very sweet, and a very intimate trip full of rejuvenation, spas, massages, shopping, and fun, and lovely, nourishing, good food. Um, why I'm mentioning all this to you is mostly I hear that social media loves negativity, and that is what spreads. But let me tell you, there's a lot of positivity in this world. I know a lot of bad things happen in the world: wars, crises, um, lot of inhuman activities by different nations, groups of people. But here I'm telling my story, and I'm trying to say is that this year to me was a year of divinity, was a very beautiful year, probably because in the very beginning of the year I was in Dham, and that's how my whole year flowed. It was so beautiful, so magical, and so full of blessings. Great, great fulfillment from my children, from my husband, from my family, and a great feeling of oneness with God from within, complete fulfillment. I learned a lot of things in this year. I learned how to lose things gracefully. Losing my account on Facebook, well, not losing, but leaving Facebook, leaving a lot of social interactions, and I will come to where I was spending more time, because yes, I was personally, I enjoyed being in the company of myself more and doing things that were really fulfilling and uplifting and rejuvenating for my soul. Learning new things. I learned astrology from, again, one of the most revered, well equipped, well read, and well experienced, and almost phenomenally accurate and blessed astrologer. Um, Learning to work on a lot of my habits, making friends with more important qualities like patience, um, staying without ego as much as possible, checking on my ego. I would say staying without ego is not possible, but yes, checking on my ego. Um, Cleaning space around me, um, which also included getting rid of what I don't need in terms of donations or gifting, or just uh, not participating too much into the things that are not relevant or do not serve me anymore, and spending more and more quality, nourishing, fulfilling time with myself, my children, my husband, and the people that I care, who are like minded, exchanging such beautiful learnings, and most importantly, learning and developing this beautiful art of chanting. This was so beautiful and rewarding that I would recommend to all of you, whatever mantra, whatever um, word that resonates with you, if you can chant for yourself, you will feel a difference of elevation in your own energies. So I don't know if I've been able to assimilate the feelings that this whole year has blessed me with and bring it to you. However, this is a very earnest attempt of mine to share with you that how gratefulness, sense of gratitude, makes us look at the things that we don't normally look at and understand that they are such wonderful blessings, some magical um, gifts from this universe to us that are so fulfilling and give us that sense of compassion for those and makes us see the world as such a nourishing place, not just for us, but for everyone else. So that our existence itself is so fulfilling that it fulfills the purpose of our being here. My wishes to all of you for a wonderful, wonderful conclusion to this year. I am pretty sure this year has been equally loving, rewarding, and fulfilling for all of you. And I'm sure in your comments, you will share your blessings with me. Before I conclude it, I would like to make a special mention that this year my daughter entered grade 12, which for any parent can be extremely, mostly I've heard, stressful or very tedious. But to all the parents whose children are entering either in grade 11 or grade 12 or grade 10 onwards, I would say I have in last 3 years with my daughter from her grade 9 to 12, 10th, 11th and 12th, I almost withdrew from other commitments also because she is, of course, children are my first love by choice, but I saw the rewards of it. I saw how smooth is the process with your children when they are in this stage. And especially to my daughter, I am so grateful to her for being the person she is, for being a student she is, for being a daughter she is, for being a human being that she is, and she's grown in last 3 years. And the efforts that she puts, I am extremely satisfied and so proud of her efforts that I wish that all of us are blessed with a child like that, so that we can no more say teenage is tough, teenage is rough. I think they are wonderful at every age and every phase of their life. Just like they are chocolate bombs when they are born, just like they are cutie pies when they are 1 or 2, they are equally adorable, so nourishing to talk to, so confident, so sorted, and so wonderful, so giving, so tenacious, so resilient when they're teenagers. And my daughter is one such child. I'm sure in all of your homes, you also have such wonderful teenagers, and God bless them because they're living in an age where they're mushrooming opportunities all over the world. And our children are at a threshold of a wonderful, wonderful new earth. So let's give them all the love. Let's give them all the motivation, all the encouragement, and all the blessings to be their best version, because they are our new future. And I'm so proud to see my daughter blossoming into a person that she will be, a gift to this entire world in coming times. With this, on this very, very grateful note, and a very fulfilling, happy heart, I say a very loving, a very grateful, a very satisfying goodbye to 2023. And 2024, I welcome you with all grace, with all your divinity, and with all your blessings. May I have the heart, the mind, the purity of soul to take everything that you're welcoming this year with. May we all be blessed with a great, wonderful 2024, and may this journey of Dose with Grace continue with you all in another episode with another topic, with another learning and sharing. Thank you. Wish you a very, very, very happy 2024. And thank you to a very fulfilling, heartwarming 2023. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.